Welcome everybody to Catfish Weekly, presented by Whisker Bear Apparel. It is pre-Monsters on the Ohio Monday, Doc.
Yes, it is. And, man, you caught me off guard. Daggone it. All right. We are 10 days, 11 hours, 59 minutes, and 57 seconds away.
That's pretty
From
good.
Aaron going, boat number 1 through 10, go.
Go, that's right.
It won't be very long, and we'll be all ready to go and knock this puppy out. It's going to be a blast. It always is. We want to welcome Aaron and Jim tonight to join the show with us. We're going to have a lot of fun, and I know we got a bunch of stuff to go over tonight. How you guys doing?
Well, Aaron's barely making it, but I'm doing pretty good. I was doing pretty good. I was doing pretty good till I got next to Jim.
Oh man, I knew this was going to be something. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight, and you guys can tell us all of the stuff we need to go to do, and what all's new, and all the stuff we got going, because it is going to be a hoot when we get there. And I assume, Aaron, that Owensboro, Kentucky is ready for 200 teams of catfish tournament anglers to hit their streets.
Yeah, if there's one town in this country that's ready, it's Owensboro, Kentucky. I promise you that.
Now, I've been watching your daily Monday shows down there with the radio station, and man, it sounds like the whole town's ready to rock.
Yeah, we do a lot of radio promotion here for this tournament, that's for sure. Thanks to our sponsors and stuff, we're allowed to do that, and it really helps get the word out in the tri-state. Absolutely.
That's outstanding, and everybody's. But you have a pretty good success rate with everybody helping you out down there, and I assume that you have all your helpers that help you run the tournament and everything all lined up and ready to rock.
Yeah, I pretty much got everything done as of today, with us shutting down registration and boats entered. I'm done with that till the Friday night of the captain's meeting. So that slows things down. The trophies are made. The shirts are being printed. Every sponsor is either got their money to me or got the money coming, and everything's pretty much on walk till about Friday, about 5 o'clock, and then everything speeds up for about 48 hours.
I'm pretty sure you're right. Well, before we get started with Doc's questions and stuff, do you have a bunch of stuff you want to go over and tell everybody about?
Yeah, if we could just do a real quick recap of basically what is going to happen that week. I pretty much got it down. I do have a few notes here in case I need them. But, first of all, I guess on Thursday, which will be October the 12th, at Bassingmore, the Catfish Bunker, your only place for tackle and bait here in Owensboro. Lyle and Doc will be here. Jim will be here. The family will be here. They'll be doing some barbecue, hamburgers and hot dogs. I take it, Jim?
That's right.
For anybody who wants to stop by, and I imagine you guys will be willing to put guys on the show like we normally do.
Absolutely.
So Thursday, October the 12th, here at Bassingmore, that's going to be the place to be. And then as we move into Friday, the captain's meeting, that will be your last chance to enter Monsters on the Ohio. We will take entries from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. Central, okay? 3:30 to 4:30. If you're not in right now, you need to be at the Sports Center to get entered into this thing. This year, since we're not doing the meal like we normally do, we're actually going to take that money. We're going to put it into the payout. That's why we're guaranteeing $10,000 for first place. There will be adult beverages and concessions open inside the Sports Center during the captain's meeting. Actually, Mayor Tom Watson will be our guest of honor this year, and both lockmasters from Cannleton and Newburgh will be present at this meeting. Yes, there are lock times for Cannleton. If it's fixed or not, that is taken care of. And then, of course, we move to tournament day. You got the activities. Well, of course, live well checks will start at 4. We'll hope to have you in the water by 6. Opening ceremonies between 6 and 6:30. We'll start launching boats at 6:30, 10 boats at a time, 30 seconds apart, just like we did the previous 6 years before last year. So what you're hearing come out of my mouth is there will be no trailering this year. Everyone will leave from English Park right here in Owensboro, Kentucky. Once you guys are off and out, we'll set the place up. And then up on top of the hill, Ducks Unlimited will be up there. They'll be bringing in their Gold Wing truck. They'll be bringing in an archery contest, a casting contest. All prizes will be sponsored by Monster Rod Holders. There's from 10 to 12 you can practice. From 12 to 2 will be the actual competition. 2 age groups, under 16, under 12, and prizes for both first, second place boy and girl in those age divisions. Kind of new this year, couple of local folklores, Ray and Ben from Raven Tire. They're like cartoon characters. They'll actually be coming down and participating and helping with the activities with the children. O'Brien Implement will be up on top of the hill. They'll be raffling some stuff off. Bass and More will be on top of the hill, and Jim will actually be raffling off a guided fishing trip with Captain Ben Goble at River City Catfishing. That's going to be a big hit there. That'll get some people up to Jim's booth and get them to take a look. So make sure if you're coming as a spectator that you stop by Bass and More's booth and get a ticket to be entered in that, because if you don't, there's no chance of winning. Also, Lured Youth Group will have deep fried Oreos and walking tacos up at the top of the hill. So that's all from 10 to 2:30, and then the weigh-in will start. And the weigh-in will, at about 2:30, we're going to mark a place off out front of the weigh-in for the kids to come down, because the kids love the weigh-in. So we'll have them a special area boxed out at about 2:30. About 3 o'clock, the weigh-in will start. Hopefully, Lord willing, we'll have that thing over by 5:30, maybe 6 at the latest. Just depends on how many guys catch fish that day. And then hopefully by 7 o'clock, we'll be naming a new Monsters on the Ohio champion, which is one of the most prestigious awards out there. So let's talk about some of the things that we'll be paying out at Monsters. We are, since we went over 150 teams, we are guaranteeing $10,000 to first place. You win Monsters on Ohio, you're going to win $10,000. We're going to pay back 20 spots. We're going to try to have 10 spots that pay back over $1,000. We got the $500 Whisker Wear Apparel Highest Finishing Woman Award. We got a $500 Clayton Holmes I Got Skunked at Monsters on the Ohio Award. We got the $100 plus a custom-made Black Horse custom rod for the highest finishing youth. We're going to give away a $10,500 gift certificate from Sea Art Boats to someone fishing the tournament. And there's also new this year the $5,000 4 Big Cat Fever rods in the boat bonus. You win Monsters on the Ohio with 4 Big Cat Fever rods in your boat. You're going to pick up an extra $5,000. And that's the short of it. That's about all I got right now.
I'm going to start that.
Well, I think I need some of them tickets that you're selling, Jim, for those trips, man.
He's not selling them. We're giving them away.
I'm not selling them. We're giving them away.
We're giving them away.
What a deal.
All you got,
Oh, wow.
all you got to do is stop at the booth and sign up for them.
We also have a guided trip. We also have a guided trip from Russ DeVore, Catfishing with Russ, and we have another guided trip from Captain Scott Manning with the Tennessee River Monsters. That'll all be given away to spectators in the crowd from 1:30 to 2:30.
Now, I would be happy with any one of those trips.
Absolutely, me too. I take one of those 3.
People are wanting to know, will the weigh-in be broadcasted live on Facebook or YouTube?
Absolutely, it will be live on the Monsters on the Ohio page, because we have more fans over there than I have friends. So we're going to, we are going to, well, you can only go to 5,000 friends and then they make you stop, you know, okay? But anyways, so yes, it will be live. It will be on the Monsters on the Ohio Facebook page.
All outstanding, outstanding. So, Aaron, the question is, how's the fishing?
You know, Lyle, it's been kind of slow, man. You know me, I don't beat around the bush. It's been a good day, and then 4 or 5 bad days, and then a decent day, and then we've had quite a bit of commercial fishing going on, and a couple of the pools that are open to monsters on the Ohio. And I, for one, fish a lot. And I, for one, can tell you that I'm seeing a difference in my pool. And I hate to say that, but I got to be honest. You know, the current is down. There is no current. You know, the chances are we're not going to have much current before the tournament. It's really not cooled off like it normally has. So the water temperature is still kind of high. You know how you get that cold air and that water temperature drop and it'll turn those fish on. Well, that really hasn't happened yet. So like I said, you know, it's been kind of tough, and I'm on the water 3 to 5 days a week.
Well, you know, sometimes it's a little tough down there, and usually there's low or no current, but it's the same for everyone. So we're all going to have a wonderful time regardless, and most everybody will catch some fish. And
somebody always finds a fish.
That's right.
Yeah,
somebody will.
Somebody's going to find them. That's true. I mean, you know, there's 3 pools open up, so there's a lot of water opened up. So, you know, I have seen a lot of good fish come out of the Cannington pool. Pretty much early, though, springtime, you know, mid-summer. I've seen some good fish come out of this pool. I've seen some good fish come out of the JT Myers pool, which is down below us. So I'm not going to say it's horrible, but it is a little slower than what I'm used to out there.
It's just like what he said. It's been really, really unseasonably hot for the last month. I mean, this was probably the hottest September that I can remember in a long time. And then, I was on Kentucky Lake a week ago, and the water temperature was still 86 degrees on Kentucky Lake.
Wow.
At the end of September. That's just a week ago. So I don't know what the river temperature is right now.
74.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, for this time of year.
73 up here.
Yeah, fish are ready to start a transition this time of year, you know. And with that water temperature the way it still is, it's got them about as confused as Aaron is. I mean, that's you got to admit it. I mean, they're confused right now. They don't know what to do. So the fishing has been tough.
And we got a bunch of people in the chat tonight. Steve Douglas is in there. Luke from Northwood Angling. Glenn from Rig Wraps. Tucker Waite. Just a bunch of folks in here. Fat Boy Dan's in there. Cliff Miller, Unhooked Catfishing. Chad Wall. Everybody's wanting to get this thing started, boys. I mean, this is a major deal in tournament catfishing.
It is. It absolutely is.
Yes, sir. I agree. I'm excited that everybody's in the chat room. If they got any questions, fire away. Now's the time to get them answered, you know.
That is correct.
A lot of people in the captain's meeting won't raise their hand, you know. Here I am. Ask me. I got the answer.
Right. I get 25, 30 phone calls a day, and I tell them, man, you got to talk to Aaron about that. So now's the time to do it, you know. Now's the time to do it.
Absolutely.
You know, believe it or not, Jim, I get those calls too and messages. And do you know what's going on with this or that at Monsters? I said, you know what? Aaron Wheatley is the guy you need to ask. He's the guy who did it, and he'll have the answers for you.
Unhooked Fishing wants to know if he can get a hug from Aaron.
You know what?
Unhooked Fishing wants to know if he can get a hug from Aaron.
I believe that's Seth, Aaron.
Sure. How big a boy is he?
Seth McAllister?
Oh, it's Seth? Oh, yeah. Seth can get a hug all day, every day.
As long as I don't have to hug him, I don't care.
Okay, Jim, go ahead and let him know what bait is going to do. They're wanting to know, will bait be available? So take her from there, buddy.
You know, I was regretting this. I knew that question was going to be asked. Listen, right now, and we're hands down the best guy in the business out there trying to catch us bait, okay? And all of you know who I'm talking about. He's the only guy we get bait from. And I can promise you that what we have reserved already, I feel really, really, really confident that he'll come through on it. Bait has been tough this year. It's tough in this area. Apparently it's tough everywhere from what I'm getting. I'm getting calls from Missouri, Ohio, West Virginia. I'm even getting calls from Alabama for bait. Now, what's that take? So it is definitely tough right now. We did put a suspension on the reservations last week per our supplier, Carl, because, it's really been tough down there. And if here in the next 7, 8, 10 days, we can open reservations back up, he's definitely going to do it. I spoke with him today. He assured me that everything he's doing for the next 2 weeks is going to be strictly for this tournament. So, he's got guys fishing in 3 or 4 different locations. So, I'm fairly confident that everybody's going to have bait, skipjack. Now, I'm also going to have, and I'm setting up another thing. I should have plenty of live bluegill. I should have plenty of live suckers, and if I can get suckers like I got in this last load, guys are going to love it because these are some big suckers. Some of these suckers are 10, 12 inches long.
That sucker ain't that big.
Well, I bet you it's 9 inches long. It's 12 inches long as far as I know what 12 inches is. Believe me, they are close to it. But anyway, I should have plenty. I will have plenty. Won't you go to the next room and
I done got booted.
Let me have my.
I done got booted.
And anyway, I'm telling you that I've got some suckers in there that's close to 12 inches long. And if he, I'll go in there and get one if I have to. And measure. I promise you. Lyle, I always come through with big goldfish. I'll have big goldfish. I'll have some big suckers, and I will have some bluegill. I know everybody wants the skipjack, and like I said, we got the best guy in the business working on that right now, and I'm really, really confident that he'll come through with what we've got reserved and plus. I mean, we went through the same thing last year, and he came through big time, and I'm pretty confident he will again.
And those suckers are really good bait.
They are. They're oily. They're 12
inches long.
Those suckers ain't that long.
They're rare. I'm gonna go get one.
I'm doing.
I see pictures of them, and they are really giants.
Oh yeah, they're big.
Yeah, they really are great fish. I just seen something in here.
Yeah, I just picked up something. Is this a qualifier for the Catfish Weekly tournament?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay. There you go, Chad Milks. It is a qualifier for the Catfish Weekly National Championship in 2018.
Chad Wall, Aaron Chad says that make sure you spell his name right when you write that check.
WAUGH. How's that?
That works.
I've been through them so many times in the last week. That's crazy. Making sure that list is right because people want that list right on the back of that shirt.
They do.
There's 156 teams going to be on the back of that shirt.
They're all going to be on there this time.
Yes, but all of them that were paid as of today are on the back of that shirt. I just turned that list in about 3 hours ago.
Oh, that's outstanding. That's
wow.
Pretty cool. I don't know how they're going to get all of them on there, but I guess they'll figure it out. That's what you rely on printers for.
That's exactly right. Adventures right here in Owensboro. That's what I got them for. You print it up and deliver it, and we'll sell it and give it away.
Now, Jim, tell us about our cookout we're having Thursday down there.
Oh, well, I got the grill. I'm waiting on the cook. No, we got plenty of people. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to have a little cookout for everybody. Like I say, Aaron's taking his money this year and putting into prize money. Not going to have the meal at the sports center, so we're going to have a little cookout here. Nothing big, just some hamburgers, some hot dogs, maybe some sausages. We're going to throw them together on the grill while you're doing the interviews. With people and just try to drive some people in here, to meet each other and have a good time. So we're hoping that we can get. You're going to show up say around 12? Did you say you was going to try to be in here?
We're going to try to be in there right around them. Depends on if we can find any fish or not, but that's the plan.
Well, somewhere between 12 and 1, I would say that you'll be here, and we'll start the grill up probably around 12 or 1, and make sure people's got plenty of beverage and plenty of food while they're here, and just kind of meet and greet kind of thing. We will have plenty of food, Lyle. So Don't worry about that. I know I could tell by the look in your eyes you were saying, make sure you got plenty of food. I can see it. I can see it.
The look in my eye meant I want to get mine first.
I'm fresh off the grill.
We'll have plenty. I think it's a great idea. I think you know, you brought it up to me and we jumped all over it. I think it'll be a great idea. I think it'll go over good.
Well, now let's go over that just one second. What I had thought about doing was trying to find a barbecue grill, and Doc and I would spend our afternoon interviewing people and cooking out down there. But you're the one that come up with the idea to have it catered in, and actually on looking at it from that perspective, that made a lot more sense to me, because I'm afraid that we wouldn't have as much going on with the show as we needed to promote the tournament and to promote bass and more if we was doing that. And to be quite honest, it doesn't really matter who's cooking it. It'd be better than if I was doing it. So, but now
we're going to do all the cooking right here on site. You know, we're not going to have anything catered in.
Awesome.
We're going to make sure, probably put Sheila and Brandon on the grill, and we'll go.
I hear they're mighty tasty.
What's that, Aaron?
I said I hear they're mighty tasty.
I'm pretty sure.
He got to be a smart ass.
Sheila and Brandon on the grill. You know, I hope no one else minds. It doesn't bother me.
No, we're going to do all the cooking right here on the site. Like I say, we'll fire that grill up probably around 12, 1 o'clock when you get here. We want to keep you busy interviewing all these catfish.
Well, we plan on getting as many of them in there as we can, and running them in and out. And we want everybody to have a good time. I hope that they remember while they're there, if they need license, and if they don't have them, that you will have all the license for in and out of states. If they forgot hooks, or if they forgot they need to respool their reels, or if they broke a rod or had a guide come loose, you'll have everything there to make sure whatever it is they need, you're going to have it.
We'll have it. We'll have it right here on the site for them. You know, another thing Aaron touched on was the Big Cat Fever bonus. We are going to be fully stocked on Big Cat Fever rods. So if any of these guys are coming into town and are going to need any rods, we're going to have plenty. We got 2 loads coming in, and I think we even got some put back in stash if we have to have them. So
I know what you're talking about.
yeah, I do. Okay. You better know what I'm talking
Well,
about.
now, if you sell all of them, we could probably run over to Aaron's and unload a few off his boat. He's not fishing anything.
You know, this is the ace in the hole. We will have rods, trust me.
I'm quite sure you will.
And we will have rods. And believe me, none of the rods Aaron's have got have caught any fish lately. So you get to break them in. Now we're going to have, we're going to have them all here. So, for people, that is an outstanding bonus, a $5,000 bonus.
Oh.
For that's just that. You got to give it to Big Cat Fever on that. That's really a bonus. That's really a good bonus.
Doc, have you got any questions for these guys?
So far they've been answering everything. Somebody had something down here and I missed it. Let me see. Where are we at here? Well, I'll tell you what. While I'm looking for this, hey, let's spin the wheel. It's 25 after.
Let's spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So we have a bunch of people that have entered for this week. So let's just, Aaron Wheatley, pick me out a number.
Number 1, baby. Number one
it is.
Number 1.
He's hanging around me too much.
And the winner is Dwayne.
What the heck?
The Tom Petty.
And Dwayne Buckridge, you have won a Rig Wrap prize package. So just in case you forgot, since the last time you won, if you'll send me a message with your address in it. I have those here, and I will get them out there to you.
Who'd you say that was?
Dwayne Buckridge.
Yeah, I met him up in St. Joe,
You sure
Missouri.
did.
Catch Chasers series. Congratulations, Dwayne.
I understand that you can't wait to get back to the Missouri River.
Can't wait, man. That was such a learning experience. That is such an awesome river.
It is. It's full of fish, too, isn't it?
It worked out pretty good, I must say.
Now, if you could get some of that Missouri River current down there in Owensboro, you'd have something going on now.
Ooh. Yep, there's no doubt about that. But, boys, that ain't happening.
Yeah, because I looked at the weather, and it's not supposed to. I don't even think it's supposed to rain next week.
We have a message just come in, Jim, that Cindy got, and she forwarded to me. What hours do you have at Bass and More for Monsters on the Ohio week?
24/7.
24 hours a day, buddy, during that whole week. October 9th through the 13th, all the way up till 2 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning. We're just a phone call away.
So if you need something, you have to have it. If you're going out,
Absolutely.
just
Absolutely.
okay.
All it takes is a phone call to me, Aaron, anybody, Facebook. It doesn't make any difference. We'll be here. We'll be here.
I knew that's usually the way it is, but I didn't want to say anything unless.
We're definitely gonna be open. You know, there's no time limit from October 9th to October 13th. You know, all the way through, actually right on up until the tournament. You know, we'll be here.
Yep. And do you have a cost on out-of-state fishing license?
I believe
$10 a day.
I believe you can get a 7-day for $30. I believe. I would have to look that up, Lyle. It's not real. The fishing license, the out-of-state fishing license in Kentucky is not that bad. It's the hunting license in Kentucky that really hits you for a hard loop. I believe the 7-day is $30.
And now, Indiana or Kentucky license, you can fish this tournament.
Yeah. If you've already got an Indiana license, you know, you won't have to have one. So,
you know,
There's one of the questions.
Yeah, we buy
Somebody just asked that.
So many licenses every year for out-of-state license that one more isn't going to make any difference to Cindy and I.
Yeah.
You can get
fishing said 1 day is $10 for out-of-state.
Yeah, I think you can get a 1 day, a 7-day, and a full year. I believe.
I don't think you can get the 7-day anymore. I don't think you can.
Yeah, I think you can. Yeah, I think you can.
Think you can.
I can pull it up and see. I'm not going to say you can't. Why would you say you can't get a 7-day? When did they stop that? I think you can still get a 7-day.
You might be able to.
1 day, 7-day, and full year. I think
full year is $50. I can tell you that. I buy it every year. It's $50.
Well, whatever it is, you're going to have them.
I got it.
He's got it.
We'll get it. We do them right online, buddy. It's there. It's ready to go.
You know, we come down there, and Jim, I got to thank you for allowing us to come down there. Is this our 4th or 5th year we've come down there?
This will be the 4th, I believe. Yeah.
I know we started it in the other store when you was over on that little side street. Chuck and Chris and I come in there and done the first one over there, and we had a ball then, and we've had a blast ever since. And you know, it's a great time to come down there to Owensboro, and you know, we just love coming down there. It's a great time, and we have a lot of fun at the motels. We all usually catch some fish, and it's Monsters on the Ohio, so everybody's excited about being there.
I've been trying to get Aaron to do 2 of them a year, but I can't get him to do it. You have so much fun on one, just think how much fun you could have on 2.
Can he stay sane to do 2?
What? He doesn't even know what that word means. No, I mean, you know, it's getting big around here. The catfishing's great. I mean, it's you know, everybody's catfishing now. That's great.
It is.
That's great.
It's come a long way. Doc and I have talked about this numerous times, And I've been fishing catfish tournaments for right around 25 years, Doc. I forgot how long you said you've been doing about the same. Yeah. And I never in my wildest dreams when I started fishing them and we was racing down the river to the when they was filling grain barges to catch 5 channel cat that it ever get to the point it's at now.
It's getting bigger all the time.
A lot of hard work by a lot of good people.
Yep.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you definitely got your thing together, especially that early in the morning. All of us pull up and we're about half asleep, and you guys are all bright and bushy-tailed and chipper, and got people up on ladders looking in live wells. It's definitely you definitely got your thing going.
Yeah, well, most of us we didn't even go to sleep. I mean, that there is a 48 hour, just get her done, and then when she's over, just pass out.
It's just almost, it's almost impossible to go to sleep the night before. I'm sure you guys have the same problem. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Matt Miles says that Aaron's actually just 26 years old. Look what the tournaments have done to him.
Exactly. Yes. Between running tournaments and fishing tournaments, he is correct.
You know what? She told me a while ago, Lyle, this is funny. We were talking about something. We was talking about age. And, I on the serious side, I was talking about Aaron's uncle that just passed away, Jim Bowles. And she said, well, you know, she said, that's Aaron's uncle, but Aaron, they're very close to the same age, aren't they? And I said, well, how old do you think Aaron is? She said, well, he's in his 60s, isn't he? I had to bring that up.
I think that is hilarious myself.
I had to bring that up.
You know.
You can take that up with her. She's in the other room.
You know what they say about opinions.
That's right.
Everybody's got one. Some of them just don't matter.
Oh, Jason Hubbard, non-resident 7-day license is $30 per Kentucky DNR website.
There you go. I told you there was a 7-day license.
Okay, so Aaron,
Yes.
what's the issue with the Cannleton lock and dam?
There is no issue.
Okay, all right, maybe I misunderstood it.
There is an issue, but for me, there is no issue. One of the locks are down.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I have already spoken with the Army Corps of Engineers and both lockmasters. There's a possibility that that thing will be fixed October the 6th. If not, they will stop commercial vessels going through there and give me 2 lock times. And I got to say, thanks to Tony Barron and Larry and those guys and the Army Corps of Engineers, because to get them to stop commercial traffic through that one lock, to give us 2 lock times, is pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That's a big deal.
Wow.
That is a major deal. A major deal. Now, Aaron, will those guys be given their talk about locking through like they usually do down there?
Absolutely. They'll both be there.
I think that is a really good deal, because I know that it's Corps of Engineers is Corps of Engineers, but some of these locks are a little different from each other, and those guys do a really good job about explaining what's going to take place and answering any questions that anybody has. So that's really cool.
And a lot of people have not locked through before, so they have no clue.
Right.
So this gets you prepared for what you got to do once you get inside that lock wall.
Well, and I know 2 years ago I locked through. I went up to Cannleton. I locked through. The one thing that the lockmaster stressed a lot, he said, when that gate opens up, idle out, because he said, if you don't idle out clear to the bullnose, he said that all them waves are going to start whipping back and forth, and you're just going to beat the other boats up. Well, there was about 23 of us, I think, that went through there, and everybody was, I mean, it was real nice. Everybody just eased on out of there, but as soon as we got that bullnose, it was hammer down and let's go.
Right, and that bullnose, you mean the end of the longest wall that you on that dam. So yes, that is absolutely correct. When you come up to the dam to lock through, when you get to the very beginning of the longest wall, it's idle all the way into the lock. And then once they let you go, it's idle all the way to the end of the longest wall that you see.
Yeah.
That makes things a whole lot safer.
Yeah.
I've heard of stories of it getting really rocking and rolling in there.
Yeah, just
And
get tossed around. There's no place for the water to go, you know, if you get it stirred up.
It just bounces off the wall.
And some of these guys today with 300, 350 motors, I mean, they're pushing waves like barges running down the Ohio River. And you get that in a 20-foot radius, it can get rough and wild quick.
Yeah.
Yes, it can. Now, another thing that I'm not sure that we need to talk about before your captain's meeting, but if I remember correctly, the rules say you must have your life jacket on at takeoff. So folks, don't forget that, and you make sure you have it on if you lock through one of these dams.
Yeah, they will make you put them on in the dams. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you got to have it on at takeoff, and you got to have it on when you're locking through.
Right. And that's just a safety precaution. It doesn't hurt anybody. I don't like to wear them either. I need to wear them more. Doc is the best person I know of about keeping his on, and kudos to him for that. But everybody, make sure you have them at takeoff, and just leave it on, because if you haven't been or don't remember what takeoff is like at Monsters on the Ohio, it gets a little wild.
Yeah, and what I suggest people do there is, if you don't want to get into the wild, sit right there in that no-wake zone for about 10 minutes, and then the river will be smooth as glass all over again. Yep. You know, so if you don't want to get up in that craziness, you don't have to take off when we call your boat number. There is a no-wake zone that's a quarter mile long. You can sit in that no-wake zone, let people clear out, and then you'll have the smoothest run down the river, as long as the wind isn't blowing, that you could ever want.
What do you mean if the wind doesn't blow? The wind always blows in Owensboro.
Yeah, and it's little Chicago. That's what we call it.
Yeah. I never seen a flat river down there.
So about 5 o'clock in the morning until about 5:30.
Well, yeah, that's about it. But
Oh, and Jason Geary said in kill switches too. If your boat is equipped with those, make sure you have them all, because anything can happen on that water. It really can.
That's right. I mean, we got you insured while you're at the park, but once you hit that water, you're pretty much on your own. So
yeah,
you just got to remember that. You know, anything happens to you at English Park during this tournament, we got you insured. But once you drop that boat into that water, you're pretty much on your own.
Right. Unhooked catfishing. I assume this is Seth McAllister wants to know, for those that reserve bait, when can we pick it up, and will you have multiple waves of bait coming in?
Okay. As of right now, we do not have a schedule yet, but last year we delivered on 2 different schedules. We had a Thursday night schedule and a Friday night schedule. So I would assume that Carl will probably stick to that same schedule. I don't know that yet, but we will let people know that as soon as Carl and myself work out the details on that. The last year, if I remember right, we might have made 3 loads, but I believe we did it in 2. It was Thursday night and Friday night.
One thing that we'll have to take into consideration is going to depend on how they go about and how many fish they get.
Exactly.
I know they struggle getting fish down for Memphis tournament. Yeah, they just did, and I don't think it's got a bit better. So as soon as this comes available, you will make a post on Facebook and let everybody know.
I will let you know. Aaron will know. I will know. It'll be all over our Facebook. You know, everybody that's been calling the store, I continue to tell them, you know, keep calling in, asking your questions about bait. We don't mind at all, and any update we get on it, we pass it right on.
Okay, good deal. Thanks, Cliff. I'll check that out by the end of the show. That's outstanding. And you have any specials going on Monster Week, Jim?
Absolutely. Anybody that is a registered boater for the Monsters will receive a 10% discount on everything in the store. You come excluding the bait. Okay, everything else in our store, you come in and you're paid entry. You're getting 10% off on anything in the store, and that's a pretty good deal if you come in here and buy rods and reels.
You ain't a kidding. That adds up pretty quick.
That's a good deal.
That's a heck of a deal, and you've got it all.
I'm saying I got it all. We're still getting stuff in, but right now, you know, we're stocked up pretty good. We've got 5 or 6, 7 different kinds of hooks. We've got plenty of weights, line, rods. We've got some more reels and stuff that'll be here before the tournament. So, you know, I know most of these guys come in stocked up, ready to go. You know, but we try to make some deals here for them. You know, for these guys that do want to add a rod or a reel or something. You know, we know it's tough. You know, paying that big entry fee and all this cost and everything. So we're going to give them as much a break as we can on stuff, you know, because we're just glad to have them here.
Heck yeah, it's going to be a great time. Heather Abney, if I put an order in for 2 dozen of them and I'll get them from you Thursday, how'll that be?
Yeah. Yeah.
Says they're getting moon eye on waxworms on the Ohio River, and if that's the case, I need some of them.
Well, I'll have, if you guys want to come in early and try to catch your moon eye, I'll have plenty of crickets, waxworms, mealworms, things like that for you guys to go down to the river or wherever you catch your moon eye and try to get them. You know, we'll have plenty of that kind of bait available to you. We'll have some beaky rigs and everything else for you to try to catch your own bait.
Yep, that's outstanding, and all those work really well for moon eye. The problem with moon eye is finding them little beggars.
Yeah.
Great bait if you can come up with them. They work out really, really well. Well, guys, Aaron, what else you got to tell us about?
Man, I'm about done, man. I've had a long day. It's been a long day for me, bro. So
I know it's been a long day for Jim. He's been there waiting on whether he's going
to. Well, you know, Aaron's had a bad day today. He didn't even tell you his little story about this morning.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I'm sitting here at the store working my butt off as usual. You know, I get a phone call. I need you to do me a favor. I said, so what's new? He says, no. He says, I locked my keys in the truck. Well, I have to go all the way across town, pick him up. I closed the store for this guy. I closed the store down.
Wow.
Now, I drive all the way across town, take him to his house, pick up his spare key. You notice he never even mentioned that tonight, did he? How kind of a bad day. He started off bad this morning. And he's been like that all day. But trust me, he's like that 5 days out of the 7 days a week. That's the way it is. All of you know, Aaron. That's the way it is.
What am I going to do about this guy?
There's nothing you can do.
What am I going to do
most
about
of them already know it.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's going to be a whole new deal come next Thursday when we get down there and do that show, and Aaron's there, and we're there, and Jim and Sheila and Brandon and all of them are going to be there, Doc. It's going to be a hoot in that place.
Oh, yeah. And we're going to be live.
And we're going to be live.
And we'll probably be spinning the wheel, too.
Yeah, we probably will be.
Speaking of spinning the wheel, it's that time.
Okay. Ethan Starr wants to know if you can get monsters on the Ohio hoodies online, Aaron.
That all depends on if we have any left.
Okay.
We basically try to get enough for our anglers and for a few spectators. Sometimes we do have some stuff left. Sometimes we don't. So, I mean, your best chance at getting that is going to be to show up to the captain's meeting because that's when it all shows up. You know, so I can't guarantee online sales, but I also will not say it's not possible.
Okay.
Now, Lyle, let all these guys know that we will have a lot of whiskerware apparel available too right here in the store. Rob actually sent me a message today. We've got some right now, and we're going to restock on some of that stuff. So if any of those guys are looking for whiskerware apparel, the hoodies, the shirts, and stuff, they can get them right here at the store.
That'd be great. We know you'll have a good spot.
Our 10% discount will be included in that.
That's a heck of a deal.
I'm telling you.
And 10% off.
I'm telling you.
What a deal. Jim, pick us out a number. We're going to spin the wheel.
Number 3.
3 it is. 1, 2, The winner is Stacey.
She grew up in an Indiana town, had a good looking mom who never was around, but she grew up tall and she grew up right with them Indiana boys on an Indiana night.
Stacey Edens, you have won tickets to the Catfish Conference. If you'll get a hold of them, they have those tickets available. You can tell Hervé that you won them on Catfish Weekly, and he will get them out to you. And thanks for playing our game.
Where's this Tom Petty music coming from?
Doctor.
Well, in honor,
Good man.
Yep.
in honor of the great Tom Petty.
That's a
Yeah,
crime.
we put a little bit of music when he's spinning the wheel just to jazz things up a little bit.
You keep playing that music.
While Lyle's sitting here
Swatting flies.
doing bloody carnage all over his computer, killing flies.
You keep playing that music like that, I'm gonna sing some karaoke, and that is something you definitely don't want to hear.
Okay.
Believe me, you will not want to hear my karaoke.
The last karaoke I heard of from down in Owensboro was Ryan Casey.
Ryan Casey.
Right.
He did a good job, really.
Well, like I told you last time, you need to check out the Craig Collins edition that he pulled off down here too. That was
I've
really
been
good.
looking for it. I haven't found it yet, but I hope to.
I'll find it for you. I'll find it for you. He's a real heavy metal rocker, dude.
I got a message from Jason Geary, says that you do a great job and justice for the catfishing, Aaron, and I have to agree with that.
Okay, they want to repeat the name, Lyle.
The name of the winner
Yeah.
is Stacey Edens.
They'll be here.
EDENS.
Yep, they're coming to Monsters.
Awesome.
Rob Ellis says, all we heard was the music, not the winner.
That's about all I heard.
Yeah, me too. I didn't hear the name, but
Okay.
I was going to mention that. But
Well, Stacy, just contact Hervé with the Catfish Conference, and he'll get your tickets out. That's a pretty cool deal. Going to save you some money going down there, and everybody's going to be at the Catfish Conference.
Yep, I'll be there.
It was a great time the last couple of years. I don't see it being any different this time coming up.
No.
well, Al, if anything changes on the bait situation or anything new comes up here, I'll get with you next Monday on your show and give you an update on it. But as of right now, I think we've pretty much covered everything on the bait, and we just keep our fingers crossed and hope the bite picks up down there for Carl.
Okay.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, listen, we appreciate you guys jumping in here tonight. I know that it's Monday and you all are all busy, and Aaron's got a bunch of stuff to do, and Jim and Sheila's got all this stuff to get ready for everything that's fixing to take place down there. But thank you guys for spending your evening with us and helping our people out to understand what's getting ready to take place. At Owensboro, get ready. It's about to come down on you.
Coming down.
Yeah, it's about to go down, that's for sure.
It is. It's going to be a blast. Can't wait to get there. You guys behave yourself this weekend. We'll see you the first of the week.
Yes, sir. We'll see you. Have a
Thank you,
great
Lyle.
night, everybody.
Everybody have a good night.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Now, Doc, we are ready to head to Owensboro. But before that, we have another little tournament coming up here that is going to – it's the Border Wars tournament, going to be up at Kansas City, Kansas. And I'm going to send out a couple of invites here. If I can find the names, and we'll get them guys in here to talk about that for just a second. Tim Berger.
While you're doing that, I'll go ahead and give some results.
Sure.
Ohio Hills Catfish Club out of Mason, West Virginia. First place, Terry George and Ted Johnston, 38.40 pounds. Big Fish was a 16.45 pounds. Second, Chris Saunders and Larry Lang, 21.55 pounds. Third, Dave Hart and Teresa Sheltman, 21.25 pounds. This was their last scheduled tournament, and the anglers of the year were Chris Souders and Larry Lang.
Nice.
Hugh and Rose Thompson, Mississippi Catfish Trail, Battle for Vicksburg results. First place, Larry Muse and Dino Meter, 245.0 pounds. Big fish, 86.35.
Good.
Second, Barry Barnett, Michael Castelline, and Walker Mize, 123 pounds. And third was Mitchell Langley and Janice Langley, 95 pounds. SWOCC, last scheduled tournament out of Riverside, down below Cincinnati on the Ohio River. First place, Tim Mulvihill and Grant Wilson, 44.8 pounds. Second, Willie Smith and Drew Benner, 41.6. And third was Doc Lang and Daniel Vance, 28.6. Willie had Angler of the Year, and Tim Mulvihill and Grant Wilson had the big fish, which was a 27-pounder.
Nice.
And that's the results for in my area.
Well, before we get with Tim and Matt, let me go over what I have here for tournament results. And the only one I have is for the Twisted Cat Outdoor Tournament in Quincy, Illinois. And first place was won by Mark Farrell and Joe Lucky. Second place, Kyle Johnson, Tim, and Hayden Gunther. Third place in Big Fish, Jim Gillenwater, and they didn't send me his partner's name. Fourth place was Ron King, Buddy Weisenberger, Craig Similar. Ron also won high points for the year. And fifth place was Milo Mendoza, Tim Johnson. So that's the results from the 2-day Twisted Cat Outdoor Tournament. Matt, make it in. There's Matt.
Welcome, gentlemen.
How we doing?
I can't hear anything.
Well, Tim, did you get it? Have you got it?
I'm in.
You're in?
I'm good, yeah.
We got a big tournament coming up for you guys. It's going to be held on the it's Call Point.
Call Point, correct.
Yeah. This is Kansas River and the Missouri boat, right? Yep.
Yep.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about what we got going on up there?
So we got the first annual, we're going to make an annual event, Border Wars competition. We say it's between Kansas and Missouri, but anyone can come in and steal the show if they want. You can have an upset that way. But Matt Sanders and his tournament series, Central Missouri Cats, is teamed up with us, All American Catfish Tournaments. And we're going to run it together. We've been advertising it all over, been trying to promote it. Looks like it's showing a lot of interest. A lot of people are messaging me every day asking questions, and looks like it's going to be a pretty good turnout, real good turnout.
Yeah, I think it will be. Matt, did you get some sound now?
Yeah, I can hear you all now.
All right.
We got you.
This is going to be a big deal for you guys. It's going to be a great tournament, and I know all the people that live in Kansas think that they're going to win it, and all the guys that live in Missouri think they're going to win it. And I really wish that I could be up there for that, because I think you guys are going to have way too much fun.
It's going to be fun. We wish you were there too. That'd be great. But you're getting ready to head out next weekend, the following weekend.
Well, I'll explain a couple things. And we sold that Monster Cat, and I've been 2 weeks trying to get my boat ready, and we fired it up Saturday. It was the first time been started in almost 2 years, and the water pump's out of it. So that's tomorrow. So that's kind of where I'm at. It hadn't been on the water in nearly 2 years. So I've got to finish getting that up, or I'm not going to be taking it to Monsters on the Ohio with no water pump.
Well, you can come up and use my boat.
Well, I appreciate that. That'd be great. But I got 2 weeks of worth of work in it, and I'd really kind of like to take it.
Yeah, you're going to be busy. Yeah.
Yeah. So Matt, tell us about what's going on up there. You think the Missouri boys are going to just tear it up, don't you?
Well, what do you think? I mean,
I'm pretty sure that's going to happen, but I think that it will happen, but I think Joe Roberts and some of them boys are going to have say about it.
I think Missouri's got it in the bag. I don't know what them Kansas boys are thinking.
We got Dwayne, we got Joel, we got several guys out there.
It's gonna be a blast. You guys are gonna have so much fun up there. And again, this is a qualifying event for the Catfish Weekly National Championship next May. So I hope you have an outstanding crowd. Dwayne Buckler says Kansas will win it.
Yes, that's right. There's some tough teams out here, and everyone's ribbing each other. But it shows the real positive attitude with all these guys. It's going to be a good time.
Oh, I know it will be. It's going to be a blast. You guys are good. You both have done an outstanding job with your tournaments this year. I'm really proud of you. Matt being in central Missouri and you being up in the Kansas City, Kansas area, and you guys have worked really hard to make this come together with both of your tournaments. I'm just real happy this worked out the way it did.
I appreciate it. It's good. I mean, and Matt, he helps me out a lot. He gives me advice on different things, and it's our first year running them, so he's been pretty helpful. So I hate to see him go back all deflated and everything after next weekend, but we'll work through it.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Well,
yeah, we've put a lot of work into it, and I really hope that everybody enjoys it, has a good time. That's what it's all about, and it will be nice bringing that trophy back home to Missouri. So,
Doc, I've been listening to this for a while now, and it's not just these two; it's everybody that's going to be up there. They've really been going at it. It's been a blast.
And when is it?
This weekend.
Next Saturday on the 7th. It starts launch at 7 a.m. and we're going to run till 3:30 because a lot of the guys are traveling pretty far and they're getting up pretty early to be out there, and so we get them back. Matt brought that up. It was a good point, and try to get the guys back on the road at a reasonable time.
That's good. That's really
and
good.
The trophy, there is a trophy involved, and there's a plaque. We're going to keep track of who wins it every year and pass it back and forth between the tournaments. But the trophy after Saturday, we'll go up to Cabela's here in Kansas City and be on display for a while up there with those guys.
That's really good. Really good. It's good. Travis Davis wants to know if it'll always be a day tournament.
The next year, Matt's hosting it down there, so wherever he picks.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about it a whole lot yet. I think the day tournaments are probably a better idea, so we can get more of the townspeople or the locals to be able to come watch and enjoy it just as much as we do. So
yeah,
probably day if I had anything to do with it.
Well, I think that's a good choice. There's, like you say, night tournaments doesn't do much for your sponsors, and without the sponsors, you don't have much of a payout. So it just works out better on day tournaments for everybody. But I'm excited for you guys, and tell us how they can get in touch with each one of you.
So you go to each one of our pages. We got information there. I've got on allamericancatfish.com, we've got an option for people to pre-register if they'd like to. We'll try to wrap that up tomorrow night, if Wednesday at the latest, if there's still a lot of interest in pre-registering. They can go to All American Catfish Tournaments on Facebook, and I'll be posting every day what the parking situation looks like, tips, what we're going to be looking for, how we're going to launch. Like today, we have a post on there for the teams. We'll have free hamburgers and hot dogs for the teams that evening. So when they come in off the water, they got drinks and something to eat. So they have a poll there, which ones they want, so we know how much food to buy for them. Things like that. So just go to the sites and keep track of everything. And Matt and I keep sharing it back and forth. So
good deal. Good deal.
Yeah,
okay.
We've been talking almost daily for quite a while about this. So if anybody needs to get a hold of me, you can just get a hold of me on Facebook on Central Missouri Cats. You can send me a message there, or my personal page, or 573-356-1202. Just give me a call or text, or pretty much anything. You can get a hold of me. Pretty easy to find.
Well, you guys, like I say, you've done a really good job, both of you, this year. Really proud of what you've accomplished. I wish I could be there, but I'm just not going to make it this year. But we're going to have to make sure for next year I can be there, because it looks to me like you guys are just going to have too much fun.
Well, next year you guys can come on out and try to redeem Missouri, but we'll make it happen. We'll give you that chance.
Oh man,
I gotta give him credit. He doesn't give up. I mean, he just doesn't give up. Them Kansas guys, they really dream big. They truly do.
Doc, you guys have really been going at it, and like I say, I know a lot of the guys that's going to be up there to this tournament, and they've been having a really blast with it. This is the kind of thing that more people need to get involved with in our sport to make it even more fun than it already is.
Yeah. But we appreciate you and Doc giving us the platform to get this word out there. And you said from the beginning, if we did this, it was going to turn into something good, and I think it's going to.
It is.
Good deal.
It really is. Now, listen, boys, if there's anything I can do to help you guys before we take off for Owensboro, you be sure to let me know. And great luck with that. I'm excited to hear who the winners is going to be. And, Matt, you don't let him get over on me now. If them Missouri boys win it, you need to let me know for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I will. I will.
They're going to be as surprised as anybody.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Well, listen, guys, thanks a bunch for coming on and telling us all about it. And be sure and send us the results when you get them, and we'll make sure we get them all posted up.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Lyle. Thanks, Doc.
All right, guys.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you
guys.
coming on.
Appreciate everything you do for us.
Yes, sir. Doc, they've been having a bunch of fun with this for some time, and it's really been a lot of fun. And there's some great fishermen going to be at this tournament. I mean, some really good guys. So it's going to be a blast, and no matter who wins it, it'll just be way more fun than the law should allow. Cliff Miller wants to make sure you've seen the
I'm looking at it right now.
That's a great fish. Great fish. Joe Lucky and them caught one is just almost that big also. It was 46, 47 pounds.
We caught a small 5-pound flathead.
Well, at least you got to go. I'm sitting here drooling about it, you know.
Yeah.
How about a tip of the week tonight, Doc?
Tip of the week. All right. Well, let me give you a little bit of history.
Okay.
When we were down at the Mississippi River Monsters, and Lyle saw this firsthand, I would push down on the pedal to release my trolling motor, and it would not come off. I mean, it stayed right there. I had to bang on the head of that thing to get it to release. And so I told Lyle, I said, when I get back, I'm going to call my trolling motor manufacturer, who is Rodan, and I'll probably just go ahead and order new linkage and stuff like that. Because, I've had it in and out of there so many times over the years of having it. So when I called her, she said, well, you're not going to believe what the fix is. And I said, what's that? She said, Vaseline. You have to put Vaseline on the shaft, and it'll make it slide in and out so much better. So that's what I did. Petroleum jelly, Vaseline petroleum jelly, put it right on the shaft, do it up on the upper part, do it on the lower part, and then wipe the excess off. And now when I step on that pedal, that trolling motor literally just jumps right out of the holder. And she made mention, even though that they're Minn Kotas and stuff like that, what happens is when those shafts are in the water, they get that white film on there. And there are 2 rings on the top and the bottom of the steering box, and that prevents water from getting inside that steering box. And those get dry, and then it won't allow that shaft to slide back and forth. So if you guys are running those Minn Kotas with the auto deploy and stow, put a little bit of Vaseline on that shaft. That'll keep that trolling motor working real free. That motor won't work near as hard as it's trying to drag that shaft through those seals that are on that. So, and that's Doc's tip of the week.
That's a great tip. I think that's something that we should really all check out, because the last thing you want to do is drive all the way to Owensboro and have trolling motor problems or any other kind of problems. But that's something that you can do to prevent that issue from happening when you get there. So that's a great tip, Doc. I would like to mention that we had a terrible thing that happened in Las Vegas last night,
Yeah.
whenever it was. And please keep those people in your thoughts and prayers. That's a very destructive thing, and people are blaming it on everything under the sun. It's an illness this gentleman had nothing to do with politicians or politics or the fact that he just wasn't right. So try to bear that in mind with it. So anything else you got tonight, Doc?
No. Yes, and you're right, everybody. I did keep a straight face on that, didn't I?
Well, next Monday we're going to have the final stuff before we go to Monsters on the Ohio. So, hang on just a second. I got a message come in.
Uh-oh. Bat phone going off.
I don't know what that message is from Cindy. She sent me a message, but I don't have any idea what she's talking about. So I guess I won't worry about it unless she sends me another one. Nope. Don't see anything. Listen, thanks for watching Catfish Weekly tonight. We've had a lot of fun, went over a lot of good information. I want to thank Aaron Wheatley and Jim Sparks and Matt Sanders and Tim for coming on and telling us all about the Borders War tournament. Both tournament, Catfish Weekly National Qualifying events, were shy of 450 qualified anglers. This week should put us over that. So we're going to be releasing the rules package. We've sent those out to several people and let them go over to make sure that we have a great rules package in place for you guys. And be sure to start checking in if you're planning on being to Lake of the Ozarks next year for motels and resorts. We listed some of them on our website because these people are telling me they already are getting booked up. Not booked up, but they're taking bookings. So people are already booking their rooms. So don't be late and not end up getting one. If you're planning on being there, get a hold of them and make that happen. I think that's it, Doc. So we'll
appreciate everybody tuning in. Every Monday night, 7 Central. Lyle and I are here. Great having everybody here that follows us. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. If you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe and share this, and we'll get something posted up probably in the morning about the drawing for next week's Rig Wrap prize package. Doc, I forgot to mention I got my Crusher Marine Survivor unit on my boat. I'm really excited about this. It's a great deal. Everybody ought to have one of them. So if you don't have one, be sure and get that done. You don't want to lose any fish when you go to these big tournaments.
That's right, and the water's going to be hot.
It's going to be
Monsters on the Ohio.
That's right. Cindy says your tip was X-rated.
Oh, X-rated. No, it wasn't. I kept a straight face the whole time.
You done good, man. You done good. See everybody next Monday on Catfish Weekly.
Night all.